If you run a towing business and you're thinking about using Google Ads to start getting more jobs, then this video is for you. In this video, I walk through how towing businesses can get started with Google Ads and what you need to pay attention to when setting up your Google Ads campaigns. So let's get started. So guys, if you're a towing business and thinking about getting phone calls from Google Ads, then in this video, we're going to talk about how you can create your Google Ads campaigns and what steps you need to take to start generating phone calls for your towing business. This is one of our example account and this is a towing business, and in the last 30 days, as you can see, it has generated around 460 phone calls and around 292 conversions. The number of conversions are less than the number of phone calls because these phone calls can include repeat phone calls. So the same person might call several times and you need to still count that as one conversion. Or you might have missed phone calls, which might not be included here. Or you might also have certain number of phone calls that are less than 15 seconds, 20 seconds, which again may not be included here. That's why the number of conversions can be less than the number of phone calls. And these conversions are mostly focused on getting phone calls directly from ads, or sometimes the business might get phone call related conversions coming from their website as well. And this cost per conversion is calculated using this number. And let's see how you can create your Google Ads campaigns for your towing business so that you can start generating phone calls. A quick reminder, I've generated thousands of phone calls using Google Ads. If you want to copy my exact Google Ads campaign structure to generate phone calls, I'm giving it away for free. You can use it as a blueprint or copy it into your own account. Link is in the description below. So guys, again, we're in our Google Ads dashboard and you're gonna go to campaigns. Under campaigns, you're gonna click on campaigns. And from here, you can see some of the list of campaigns, but I will show you how to create your new campaign. But before creating your campaign, I would suggest you to go to tools and the planning. You're gonna go to keyword planner and right click and open that. While it is opening, you can start creating your campaigns. With keyword planner, it would help us to make our keyword research and we can have an idea of the cost per click about certain types of keywords, so we can use that for our campaign as well. So from here, we're gonna create our campaign. So click on plus create campaign and new campaign. And here it says, what is your campaign objective? And our objective is to generate leads. And here it says, use these conversion goals to improve leads. And you can choose any one of these goals. Right now, it doesn't matter. So we're going to click on add goal. And here we have 3 types of goals. And in your account, you might not have these exact options, but at this point, it doesn't matter because we're going to talk about conversion tracking later once we launch our campaign as well. Right now, you can choose any one of these options. You can choose engagement, submit lead forms, phone calls, or for some people, that might be YouTube option. And you can choose any one of these goals now. So here, I'm going to choose phone call leads and scroll down, click on continue and scroll down and select a campaign type. We can choose either PMAX and search. I would not suggest demand gen, video, display, and shopping. They may not be relevant or they may attract lower quality traffic. And I would suggest you to choose search. Later, once you have reliable conversion data, you can start using Performance Max as well. Right now, we're going to choose search. And here, we're going to choose website visits and phone calls as our way to reach our goal, because sometimes we might get phone calls directly from ads. Sometimes we might get phone calls from the website as well. So we're going to scroll down and click on continue. And here our campaign name is going to be, you can put any descriptive name you want. And after that, you can click on continue. And here it says, if you have draft campaigns, you can continue with your draft campaigns, but we're going to start new campaign. And here with the bidding strategies, conversions, conversion value, clicks, and impression share. 2 relevant bidding strategies from here would be conversions and clicks, because we don't have enough number of clicks yet, so we can start using with Google Ads. That's why we're going to choose clicks option. But you need to set a maximum cost per click bid limit. Let's say in your industry, the average cost per click numbers might be $7. If you don't put maximum cost per click bid limit, sometimes Google can bid 2 times higher, 3 times higher for certain types of keywords. That's why setting a maximum cost per click bid limit here would help as well. So how would you know the maximum cost per click bid limit? For that, we need to go to the keyword planner and see the cost per click limits in our target location. So we're going to go to the keyword planner. So again, from Google Ads dashboard, you can go to tools and the planning. You can go to keyword planner and click on discover new keywords. And from here, we're going to enter our target keyword, which is towing near me. And 1 keyword idea would be enough to generate more keyword ideas. As you can see, we have 1,062 keyword ideas available. And here as a target location, we're targeting United States. And these are the numbers for now for United States. But if you're going to change this target location to a more specific location, these top of page with high range and low ranges can also change. So let's see that. And we're going to choose a more specific target location. So as an example, let's say we're going to choose New York City. You can include your own target location. And after that, click on save. And as you can see, the numbers should change. And we can estimate the top of page with low range to be at least, based on these numbers, I would say around $4. If we bid $4, we should be eligible to get some number of impressions and clicks for these keywords. And if $4 is not enough, you can always increase that to $5, to $7, to $10 so that you can start getting more impressions and clicks. But for now, based on our research from here, $4 should be enough. But based on my experience, sometimes $4 might be lower. I'm starting here lower. Again, as I told, I can increase that anytime to increase my impressions and clicks, because on average, certain locations might have cost per click limits at least $7, $8, and sometimes even can go more than $10. But we're going to start with $4 cost per click limit. And we're going to scroll down and click on next. And from here, we're going to uncheck Google Search Partners, Google Display Network, and we're going to scroll down and enter another location and advanced search and include our exact target location. Again, New York City as an example, and you can include your own target location. And after that, click on save and scroll down and location options. You can choose presence, people in or regularly in your included location. The first option by default can include people who have shown interest in your included locations. So that's why we're going to choose the second option and scroll down. Languages, you can choose English, and also if you want, you can add other languages as well, because certain locations might have traffic coming with different languages as well, such as Spanish or Portuguese. You can also add them if you want, but for me, I only keep English. And scroll down. Political ads, we don't have political ads. Audience segments, we're not going to be using audience segments because we have already our target keywords. And click on more settings. Ad rotation, optimize prefer best performing ads. Start end dates, we're not going to put any end dates. And ad schedule, we're going to use ad schedule. So we're going to run our ads all days from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So after that, click on more settings. Ad rotation, we've seen. Start end dates, we've seen. Campaign URL options, we're not going to use that. And page feeds, we're not going to use that. After that, click on next. And here it says use AI Max. It's going to use Google AI to match content from your landing page and assets. I've used AI Max and I don't like it so far, so I'm not going to use AI Max option. So click on next. And again, it is asking to use Google AI using your URL to create assets like keywords, headlines, and descriptions. And we're not going to use that. We're going to skip that step. And now we're going to add our target keywords. So for that, we're going to go to the keyword planner and find our target keywords and add them here. So we're going to go to keyword planner and I'm going to quickly find the target keywords. So guys, I've selected around 12 keywords. If you can find more relevant keywords, you can go through them and add more keywords. But for now, I'm going to add these 12 keywords and we're going to click on copy and come here and paste those keywords. And these are the keywords: towing near me, tow truck near me, towing company near me, tow service near me, tow truck service near me, tow truck company near me, truck towing near me, local towing company, tow truck near me now, tow trucks in my area, towing near me now, tow my car near me. As you can see, these are mostly generic keywords. These are not very specific keywords. They're not talking about emergency towing. They're not talking about 24/7 towing. They're not talking about flatbed towing. They're just talking about towing or tow truck services. Why? Because we're using this ad group to specifically target these kind of keywords. And you can later create another types of ad groups for those kind of keywords with different intents, such as emergency towing or 24/7 towing services or flatbed towing. Or you can also create different ad groups for location specific keywords, let's say for towing services in New York. But this specific ad group is for generic target keywords, which can attract also a lot of traffic and can help you generate phone calls as well. So these keywords, if you don't use any quotes or brackets, they're going to be considered as broad match. If you use quotes, they're going to be considered as phrase match. If you use brackets, they're going to be considered as exact match. So with broad match, the intent of the keywords can be broader, and they can also attract irrelevant services or competitor names, but they can be cheaper compared to exact match. But they can also attract high quality traffic as well, which can generate high quality phone calls. So this is also a useful option. And phrase match can be tighter than broad match, and exact match can be even tighter and can attract relevant traffic, but the cost per click can be higher with exact match, and also their traffic can be limited. You can use broad match keywords once you have generated some reliable conversion data, but for now, I'm going to start the campaigns with phrase match and exact match combination. So we're going to copy these keywords, and you can use any keyword match type tool if you want. So we're going to paste these keywords here, and we're going to just put quotes and brackets around those keywords. We're going to choose phrase and exact option from here and make keyword list and copy the results. As you can see, these have quotes and brackets here, and we're going to paste those keywords here. And once we've added those keywords, we're going to scroll down, and now we need to work on our ad copy. So we can add our final URL, we can add our phone number, and we can add our 15 headlines and 4 descriptions. So once I've added those, I can show you which kind of headlines and descriptions I've added. So guys, I've added the URL section and I've added the phone number section. Here as a phone number, this section can be when you are creating your assets as well, but sometimes it can be above your headlines as well. But you just need to add the phone call section here. If you can see them above your headlines, you can add them here, or whenever you're creating your assets, you can also see the call option from there as well. So after that, you can add your headlines as well. So headlines can include your target keywords, such as 24/7 towing services, fast tow truck near you, emergency towing available, towing services in NYC, which is location specific headline. And you can also add your call to actions, such as call now for fast towing, call us now, we're available. So after that, you can also add your unique selling points. You might have different unique selling points, but here I've added 5-star reviews, 10 years of experience, 200 plus 5-star reviews. You can add your own call to actions relevant to your business services. Some people might say we'll be there within 30 minutes or we'll be there within 60 minutes. But of course, you need to be adding those kind of guarantees if you can do them. Otherwise, they might leave a bad review. So after that, you can add your descriptions, which can also include your target keywords, call to actions, and unique selling points. And with headlines, sometimes I like pinning them as first, and sometimes I can keep them unpinned so that Google Ads can mix and match your headlines and show you the combination, which can have higher CTR as well. So if you want to pin your headlines, you can pin them like this, and your ad strength may go down, but it's an AI generated indicator. So you can show your target keywords at the front and call to actions after the target keywords, because I mostly like using mobile version of the ads, and that's how I would create this particular campaign as well, by only focusing the mobile devices. And if you want to focus on mobile devices, you can either pin the headlines like I'm doing here, or you can also leave them unpinned where Google can decide which version of the headlines to show first. So once we've added our headlines and descriptions, we're going to scroll down and we can add images. Some accounts may not have this image option because you might have a new Google Ads account and you may not have this image option for now. And later you may have this image option. But if you have this image option, you can add images. So guys, I've added the images as well, and business name and logos. As you can see, if you don't add a name or logo, Google Ads will use your URL to add them for you. So that's not a requirement. And scroll down, you can add site links. So we're going to click on site links, and here we're going to create site links. So guys, I've added site links. As you can see, site links can have text or headlines, and they can have descriptions, and they can have URLs. And here I haven't added descriptions, but if you want, you can add the descriptions as well. And that's how the site links can look like. They can be shown below your headlines and below your descriptions, and they are clickable links like this. And I would suggest you to add at least 6 site links, because if Google Ads can show more of your site links, your ads can look bigger and it can take more space, and you can have more clicks with your ads. So once you've added your site links, you can click on create. So our site links have been added. After that, click on save. We can add callouts. Click on callouts. The callouts can give extra information about your business. It can include unique selling points, or it can include the types of services, or you can add with them useful information for the users. So we have created our callouts already. And if you want, you can go to the new callout and add at least 6 callouts. So I would add the callouts which I've already created: trusted service, 5-star reviews, free quotes, quick services. no hidden fees, and 10 plus years of experience. So we have added our callouts, and as you can see, the callouts can be shown after the description section. So as you can see, the callouts are here: trusted service, 5-star reviews, free quotes. And once we've added our callouts, click on apply and scroll down. You can add more asset types. You can add promotions if you have. You can add prices. And here we can add structured snippets. So we're going to add structured snippets. Click on plus structured snippets. So we're going to click on create. And here we're going to add our structured snippets. Again, structured snippets can include types of the services you offer or categories of the services you offer, which can also include useful information for the users. So we can select from these categories as, let's say, types, and we can include types of services we offer. So again, structured snippets can show after your descriptions, and that's how they can look like. So we've added the service types: emergency towing, roadside assistance, flatbed towing, long distance towing, jump starts. And you can add more service types if you have, let's say, car lockout or fuel delivery. And once you've added your structured snippets, you can click on create, and they've been added. After that, click on save. So after that, we're going to scroll down, and lead forms, we're not going to add lead forms, and apps, we don't have apps. And after that, scroll down and click on next. And here with daily budget, we're going to set a custom budget, and it says average CPC is going to be 163. But based on our research, the average CPC was around $4. And depending on your location, that number can be also higher. Let's say 5, 6, or maybe $8. But based on our maximum cost per click number, which is $4, you should be getting at least, let's say, 10 to 15 clicks per day. If you get at least 15 clicks per day with $4 cost per click, that's going to be around $56. But of course, if your goal is to get 10 to 15 phone calls per day, you can increase your daily budget to, let's say, $100, $150, $200 per day. But initially, we can start with minimum budget, which is around 15 clicks times 4. It's going to be around $60 per day. So we're going to set our custom daily budget as $60 per day. And we're going to scroll down and click on next. And from here, you can review your campaigns. And after that, click on publish campaign. So we've launched our campaign, and we're going to go to the campaign section. Under campaign, we're going to click on campaigns. And as you can see, this is the campaign that we've launched. And before running this campaign, I would suggest you to fix your conversion tracking. So I'm going to pause this campaign, and I would suggest you to go to goals. Under conversion, you can go to summary. And from here, your goal is to get as many phone calls as possible. So there are two ways of getting phone calls: getting phone calls directly from ads, or getting phone call related conversions from your website. And you need to fix those conversion actions and make sure that you're tracking your conversions properly. Otherwise, you wouldn't know which keywords are performing better. Or if you create multiple ad groups later on or multiple campaigns later on, you don't know which ad groups or campaigns are performing better, so you can allocate more of your budget to those areas. So before spending your budget, tracking your conversion is a crucial step. So once you've set up your conversion tracking, you can go to the campaigns again and go to that specific campaign. Because we have paused that campaign, it is trying to show the enabled campaigns, and that was paused campaign. So we're going to go here and see the enabled and paused campaigns as well. So after that, you're going to go to that campaign which we have created, and you can click on that. And as you can see, there is only one ad group, which was generic ad group, which included the generic keywords, and we've created ad copies, headlines, and descriptions with generic keywords as well. And after that, as I told you before, you can create multiple ad groups with different keyword intent. Let's say you can create ad groups for emergency types of towing services. You can create ad groups for targeting flatbed towing services, or you can create ad groups for location specific services. Let's say towing services in New York. And the number of ad groups can be 10 plus, 15 plus, 20 plus, depending on the types of services you offer or the number of locations you target, because for each specific location, you can create different ad groups. While we are doing that, in one ad group, you can also add hundreds of keywords. And with that way, your ad groups might not be targeted. But with the way that I've described it, the ad groups can be more targeted. So how you can create those ad groups? You can just copy this ad group and again try to paste the same type of ad group, which is the duplicate version of the existing ad group, and it is asking where to paste that ad group. So it is showing that ad group that we've created, and after that, click on done and click on paste. As you can see, the second ad group has been pasted. and you can change the name, and you can go inside that and change the keywords and make changes to the headlines and descriptions. And you can also create separate landing pages for those ad groups as well. That's how you can create multiple ad groups, and that's the way of making your campaigns more targeted. And depending on the campaign performance in the future, you can create multiple campaigns as well, because with one campaign, all of the ad groups can use shared campaign budget. But with multiple campaigns, certain types of services might perform better than the other, and you might want to create separate campaign, and you might want to spend separate budgets for those high performing ad groups as well. Or let's say certain types of services might perform lower, and the number of phone calls can be fewer with those services, and it might spend more of your budget. So you can create separate campaigns for them and reduce their budget so that you can keep spending more with the higher performing campaign. And with that way, you can keep optimizing your campaigns depending on the keyword performance, ad group performance, and campaign performance. And also, you might get lower quality traffic as well. And you need to also frequently add negative keywords and block irrelevant terms, which might include irrelevant search terms or your competitor terms. And with that way, you can keep cleaning your search terms report and block certain types of keywords which might waste your budget otherwise. And also, I wanted to talk about conversion goals when we were creating the campaigns initially. So you can go to the settings section, and once you have created your conversion actions, you can go to conversion goals, and here you can choose either account level default, which might include all of these conversion actions, or you can only choose phone call leads or any other conversion goal which is relevant to phone call specific conversion actions, and you can attach them to your campaigns. So here, I know the phone call leads were a relevant category to generate phone calls for this specific campaign. And after that, click on save. And once you have created all of your ad groups and once you have fixed your conversion tracking, you can enable your campaigns. And depending on the number of phone calls you get, you can start generating data and keep optimizing your campaigns depending on the data you get. So guys, this is how you can create your campaign for your towing businesses to generate phone calls. And if you guys want to copy the type of my Google Ads campaign structure, you can click the link in the description below. Or if you guys want my help to generate phone calls for your towing business using Google Ads, you can also apply to work with me and we can see whether we can work together. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video and see you guys in my other videos.